Hello, class. I'm Daniel Garcia, and today I want to talk about skyscrapers and why they are so important. I'm also going to be going over how they are built as well. Um, Skyscrapers originated around the Roaring Twenties when populations were starting to boom, as well as businesses. They originated in big cities such as New York, and it was really caused due to overpopulation and just stacking. People started stacking on top of each other one by one in regards to their businesses and homes. So when they were first being built, they had to start digging far into the ground to create a good base for the skeletons of the buildings themselves. The engineering regarding how they were built were very advanced for the time that they were first being brought in. It was very groundbreaking, and it was a efficient use of the land that they were given. So engineers and architects of the time were very pressured by the wind. Um, the wind was the biggest part of the entire project site itself. Everything was built around it because the weather or any type of climates that the wind would exceed in would cause an entire collapse of the building itself. So the earliest battles being fought with skyscrapers were mostly regarding that. But after they discovered how to combat it by using lift beams to be put into place that created a stronger structure for the skeleton itself. They were taught to sway with the wind because of it. So, with the stronger beams being into place, is when they could introduce the electrical lines that the city was starting to provide into the buildings themselves. This was very, very important for many of modern society's inventions to be made, such as elevators, air conditioning, plumbing. Um, these were all first formed when electrical lines were put into skyscrapers. Um, any small city nowadays, you could find any single one of those items. That's how important they were because of these inventions. And skyscrapers also inspired many cultural impacts as well. Skyscrapers shaped the skylines of many cities that we see now today. When you think of New York, you think of the Empire State Building. When you think of uh, Shanghai, you think of Shanghai Tower. When you think of Miami, you think of the Miami skyline itself. Um, this also provides many, many jobs for people as well. They could work or live inside of any type of skyscraper. Um, Skyscrapers could be ranging from anywhere from over 200 feet above, um, and they'll be classified as that. There are also places to travel to as well. There are many restaurants that are inside of skyscrapers as well, with kitchens built in. It's remarkable how far they've came with it since 100 years ago they weren't even invented yet. So the interiors are the main point that society really excelled in, especially implementing things such as kitchens, aquariums, schools. Many unique things such as those are inside of many modern skyscrapers today. The construction regarding those are all unique in their own ways as well, as they need to shape their way into each specific thing that they're being built for. Um, I'm personally fond of how aquariums are put into skyscrapers myself. They're lifted into the building itself via crane, and the water is sent up through a hose that connects to the very top. Is a very powerful hose that shoots through the entire building. Or you can also use the plumbing lines as well. The hose is kind of an older, outdated fashion to do it. It was just really interesting to me. Um, the cutting edge technology that's used for skyscrapers today are things such as huge cranes and any types of lifts. compared to back then, where they would have to, back then being 100 years ago and such, where they would have to carry one by one each support beam to the very top. It was very dangerous and a very crucial job that provided many immigrants and any working class man or woman at the time, well, most likely a man at the time, to engineer their way into how skyscraper will be built. So it produces many jobs from over 100 years ago to even today. Many lives are shaped by skyscrapers, and the flexible materials that are being used for skyscrapers today are unlike any other. They filter through the wind perfectly. They sway perfectly. You can even feel yourself swaying, because the beams that are used for it are extremely well used in their place. Um, every skyscraper has their own unique features. I mentioned the Empire State Building earlier. It lights up at night. They could change colors of it using LED lights to fit the theme of, let's say, a sports team winning, or a national holiday such as Christmas. It's very beautiful, and again, it's many jobs are provided using skyscrapers, and even just building them provide many jobs as well as just living in them, and they're a very crucial point in today's society. That's all, and thank you for listening for my opinion on skyscrapers.